Good morning, dear students, and welcome to the sixth session on JDBC process, which is a callable statement object. As with respect to the statements, there are three types of statements: statement, prepared statement, and callable statement. Statement, it is used for executing the queries repeatedly, and it will recompile every time. Prepared statement for executing the recompiled queries, and callable statement object it is used for executing the stored procedures. We have completed the first two, and we'll move on to the third one, callable statement object. So callable statement object, which is used for executing the stored procedures in the DBMS. Any DBMS gives a provision for defining the stored procedure. What exactly mean by this stored procedure is a group of logically related SQL queries combined in the form of a procedure or a method. In a programming, we call it as a function. No, in the similar way, with DBMS terms, we can define a procedure where it contains a multiple queries. And in order to make those queries to be executed by the stored procedure, as a Java programmer, you should be able to supply the appropriate values from the program point of view in the form of a parameters. And after executing the stored procedures, stored procedure may give a couple of results, and those results need to be propagated to the Java program by the database, and that also should be in the form of a parameter. As it is completely done by executing the stored procedure, there should be some way of communication between Java program and a stored procedure that can be done using a parameters. So parameters, there are three types of parameters: input parameter, output parameter, in-out parameter. So here we'll discuss the details of this callable statement object in detail one by one. So I'll present it. Callable statement object. Callable statement object, which is used for executing the stored procedure, as I mentioned. And this callable statement object, which extends from prepared statement, because there is a pre-compilation of the queries, a pre-compiled queries state is there, no, in the prepared statement. So that retains with respect to a callable statement object. So prepared statement inherits from statement, and callable statement inherits from prepared statement. So as I mentioned, we should have a proper communication between the stored procedure and a Java program that you are writing. So you should have a communication channel between these two in the form of parameters. There are three types of parameters. In parameter, which is used to pass the value to the stored procedure by the Java program using the setX method. So that we indicate it as an in parameter. Next one is the out parameter, which is used to hold the result returned by the stored procedure to the Java program. You need to fetch the results by using the out parameter. So that can be done using the getX method. Next one is there are a couple of parameters can be mentioned as both input and output parameters that we can indicate it as an in-out parameter. So act as both input and output parameter. We can do so by using the setX and the getX method. And before any stored procedure is called, if a stored procedure is returning some sort of value to the Java application, please ensure that you should have registered the output parameters in order to send the value by the stored procedure to the Java program. So that process should be completed before the stored procedure gets executed. And it can be done by making a call to the register out parameter built-in function of the callable statement object. So by making this, we can register, we can explicitly define a channel between the Java program and the database. I mean, stored procedure. As the performance of this callable statement is quite higher than the other two types of interfaces, such as a statement and a prepared statement, because all the if the multiple queries are to be executed, all the multiple queries will be executed in one shot and returns the values to the caller, which reduces the communication between the Java program and the database. So list of system calls will be minimized. For example, if you are executing 4 queries and 4 times you need to execute the queries, and 4 times you need to create the statement object and process the results, all that it is a hurdle with respect to the programming point of view. So instead what you can do is, if all the 4 queries are logically related, you can combine all those 4 queries together and you can place it in the form of a stored procedure, get that stored procedure gets executed and obtain the results and process it from your end. That is a Java programming point of view. So amount of communication between Java program and the DBMS, which is minimized in case of a callable statement object with the help of a stored procedure. Now, next question is, how do we create the stored procedures in the DBMS, which is a syntax that will be used in case of Oracle database. In order to create a stored procedure in Oracle database, the syntax to be used will be like this: create or replace procedure. This is the first statement that you should use while creating the stored procedure, and name of the stored procedure is get emp name. Get emp name, it is the name of my stored procedure. Before this name is specified, you should tell create or replace procedure. We are going to create a stored procedures in the DBMS. These set of instructions should be executed in your Oracle database, not the Java program. So name of my stored procedure is get emp name, and ID, employee ID, that is in number, and employee name, that is this is in parameter, and output parameter is a name. As we should specify as a alias begin. This is start of your stored procedure. Now I'm writing the query. Select name into employee name from employee, where ID is equal to employee ID. Here, what is the meaning of this? Select name. This is the name of the attribute in the actual table. Once you fetch this, where ID is equal to emp ID that you have received here, that is the input parameter that you put it here, and you'll get the result. And that result name should be the attribute name in the table that you are selecting, and you should attach to the output parameter name, that is a emp name. So that is also a string. So into name into emp name means you should attach the results to the output parameter so that your program can see this output parameter value. So after this end, and put a semicolon here, and usually the control D will be used to store the stored procedure. And name of, you should remember the name of the stored procedure, because in while writing a Java program, you should have this name of the stored procedure in order to make a call. You should make a note of this function and the arguments as well. In a Java program, how can you do this? You have a connection object, connection dot prepare call. Prepare call is a built-in function that is to be called with respect to the connection object, and followed by, within a double quote mark, you should make a call in the form of a string. How? Specify call, specify the call space name of the stored procedure, that is get emp name, and the 2 question marks here. This stored procedure has 2 arguments. No, one is input parameter and another one is a output parameter. So I specified a question mark here, and after that, for these question marks, you can attach the variable names by using a setX and getX methods that we discussed just before. And after that, you can a callable statement, C statement dot execute, which it makes a stored procedure that is attached with the callable statement object, and gets the results, and results will be attached to output parameters. Another way of creating the stored procedure, create or replace procedure. Insert R is my procedure name, ID in number, name in varchar 2 is begin, insert into user 420 values ID comma name. Here we don't need any output parameter from stored procedure to the Java program. So only we need two input parameters, number and ID and a name in the form of number and varchar 2. And after this, create table user 420 ID number of 10 and name varchar 2 of 20. After creating the table, then we can make a call to this stored procedure for inserting the data into it. Complete programming example for the callable statement object. So import the packages java.sql.star, a public class procedure, make a call and write a main function which throws the exception. We are handling the exception here, throw and throws that we have discussed in the second module. What you can do is the first step is loading the JDBC driver using class.forName method and the driver name. Oracle JDBC driver.oracle driver. Create a connection using driver manager.get connection method. 3 arguments: URL, username, and a password. And once you have a connection, from the connection you make a call to the prepare call. You please ensure that before executing this program or application, you should ensure that this procedure insert R is already created in the DBMS. This part has to be done in the DBMS and this part has to be done in the Java. Eclipse you can do it. Call insert R, 2 question marks, and I have a placeholders here. For these 2 placeholders, I will set the values, set int. The first one is a ID and the second one is a name. So set int of 1 comma 1011, that is the ID that I am going to insert into the table that you created here, and table name is the user 420, and name I'm giving is for the second placeholder is, that is Amit. ID name is 1011 and name is Amit. And after, once you set the values for the arguments, that is input parameters, then you can make a call to the execute method, stmt dot, that is a callable statement only, callable statement stmt dot execute system dot out dot println of success. If things are fine, you can print a message. If any exception occurred, this message won't print. So this is the programming example. How can you make a call to the callable statement object, and you can do the needful usage, and you can illustrate the use of callable statement object. Another pseudocode: string query is equal to call last order number question mark. Here it is a syntax indicates call last order name is my stored procedure name and 1 argument. Then here I am writing a query here. In fact, within a pair of double quote mark and a curly braces, I am writing a query here, and I'll specify directly in the query. Instead of doing it in a 1 line, we are splitting into 2 lines. So DB, it is nothing but a connection dot prepare call of query. You'll get a callable statement, and you should write register this output parameter. The C statement dot register out parameter 1 comma types dot varchar. So this argument is the output parameter that we are indicating as 1 comma types dot varchar, and after that you can execute. Once you execute, then you can whatever the results we obtain now, output parameter, from that we can get the values. Callable statement, C statement, the results will be associated with the callable statement only. C statement dot get string of 1. So this get string of 1 can be used only when you register the output parameter in the form of a varchar. As I am registered types dot varchar, then we can fetch it as a get string of 1. So total how many output parameters we have? Only 1 output parameter is there. Then you can use only 1 getX method. After that, you can close the callable statement object, as well as you can close the connection. If any error occurs in this, then you can handle the SQL exception and you can exit. So all the 3 statements together, a prepared statement and callable statement and a statement. So all the 3 things, how do we compare statement, prepared statement, and a callable statement? Already all of us, we know about the difference of these things. So quickly we'll try to differentiate between these elements or these statement objects. This statement is used to execute normal SQL queries and which is used for executing parameterized or dynamic or pre-compiled queries and which is used for executing the stored procedure, which is preferred when a particular query to be executed only once. When a query need to be executed multiple number of times, prefer this. When multiple queries are to be executed multiple number of times, you can go for the callable statement and club all the queries in the form of a stored procedure and make use of this. And we cannot pass the parameters in this case, and we can pass the parameters in case of input parameter we can specify here, and we can specify both input, output, and denote parameters in case of a callable statement. When to use a statement? Statement can be used. Interface is mainly used for the DDL statements like create, alter, and drop. And it is used any kind of SQL queries. We can use prepared statement, which is used for the stored procedures and the functions. The performance, if you take a look at the performance point of view, performance of the callable statement is very high and this is a moderate, and the performance of statement is quite low in terms of delay and amount of memory taken in order to process the results. So here it is the end of the callable statement session. We are able to differentiate between the statement, prepared statement, and the callable statement object, which is a very important question with respect to examination point of view. Possibly a 6 or 8 mark question if all the three things used together. Sometimes a statement and prepared statement can be asked to differentiate. Sometimes prepared statement and callable statement or callable statement. Any combination can be asked in order to differentiate in the examination. Next, the processing the results. How do you process the results? That we'll discuss it one by one. So here it is the end of the session on the prepared statement. Thank you so much.